Hard to believe it was a year ago last May we actually started planning this whole thing.
Where did we first meet? Was it upstairs in the townhouse?
Yeah, we had a group of, about 20, 25 people that got together for that very first meeting.
A lot of enthusiasm right from the start.
Yeah, a lot of floundering around on ideas, too. It took us, a couple meetings to really get squared away on what we were going to do first.
And then I think it was Elaine and Doc that came up with the idea for the homecoming weekend.
And then the ball started rolling from there.
Right. We knew immediately, though, that we wanted a parade.
Which turned out super. Which I twisted your arm into doing.
Wasn't too hard. I didn't mind.
The way we ran our committee was we were highly decentralized. We had event heads of each of the activities, which ultimately numbered 14 events. And we had key people taking over some of the ancillary services. Javi Tomasian, public safety. We had a treasurer. We had a secretary, public relations. So what happened was that we had key people that ran their own committees, and they ultimately wound up pulling in a lot of volunteers. Probably about 250 people in all were involved in this.
I was involved with the parade. We had several members of the original committee who were also on the parade committee. We went to the West Boylston parade the first part of September and were marshals at that parade, which gave us a good insight into what we could expect. We got a lot of ideas from that parade. Then these people on my committee also got more people to serve on the committee as marshals. We started last summer lining up bands. The first band that we got, and I think we got that band in June, was the group was the Shriners. And what a thrill it was to know in early June that we had the Shriners. Do you remember, Bob, when we got Fred Cody and Peter Shepard as our parade coordinators from Worcester? These were professional people. We had our weekend all planned for July. The Shriners were all set. We're in full gear for this weekend festivities, and Fred and Peter told us that we thought we should change the date to the fall because they felt we wouldn't be able to get enough bands.
Right, they stock up on high school bands, and they said we weren't going to get many bands for this.
That's true, right.
Ultimately, we wound up with an absolutely first-class show with, 20 bands that you hired?
20 bands that we got, plus the Shriners, which had 4 bands in their unit. So we didn't make a mistake having a weekend in July.
Worked out fine. The other good thing that you did was you had a real good squadron of parade marshals. How many did you have altogether? 35?
About 40 parade marshals. A lot of them were from out of town. In fact, we had one fellow from Bemidji, Minnesota that came in to be a parade marshal.
Originally, one of the big concerns we had after we defined all of the events and basically the structure of the weekend that we wanted was fundraising. And it was pretty scary. We came up with an original working budget of about $26,000. The Board of Selectmen were very supportive to us in helping us get a town warrant for $4,182 as seed money. We had deposits.
You must tell them where we came up with that figure for $4,182.
Buck ahead.
Right. Town's population.
Town's population, buck ahead, $4,182. Then we threw around a lot of ideas for fundraising, and the first big thing was dinners. And I couldn't go to it. I was working in Worcester, but we had a ham and bean dinner in January that was just socko. You went to that, didn't you, Kathy?
Yeah, that was terrific. A great turnout. Excellent food. A lot of enthusiasm to start it off.
Right, and then our next big fundraiser was a chicken dinner that we ran that was very well supported. Then we hit on the idea of having a cash raffle, which proved very successful. We did a direct appeal mailing with a lot of help from the police department. And we did a quilt raffle, and some ladies in the town did a fabulous job. I can't say enough about it in the quilt they did. And we raffled that off. And a woman from Brookfield
I believe a former North,
Janet Green.
Yeah, former North Brookfield resident,
Right.
yes.
Won the quilt. We also got some proceeds from concessions on that weekend. About half of our budget came in from the weekend itself. But we went into that weekend in real good shape on our budget, thanks to the generosity of a lot of North Brookfielders. Townspeople were just very, very supportive of us throughout this whole project.
Right from the beginning, yes. Yes.
Well, North Brookfield's always been public-spirited, active. As part of the Quabog plantation back in the 1600s, the North Brookfield citizens were quite active in trying to carve out civilization in the wilderness. We have down on the Elm Hill Road, or down in Podunk, the monuments that depict the battles that the North Brookfield citizens had with the Indians. And then, of course, during the Revolution, on April 15th, while North Brookfield was still the north precinct of the Quabog plantation, we sent 60 men off to the Revolution. Some of the famous ones that went at that time were Daniel Gilbert, whom Gilbert Street was named after. Of course, Rufus Putnam. Okay, by the time 1812 rolled around, when North Brookfield was very active and starting to gain population-wise, Ward and Batchelor were in the community, establishing shoe shops. North Brookfield asked for and received from the state permission to become independent. In 1812, during the War of 1812, North Brookfield residents went off to answer the call and fight in another war. Well, it's been an interesting 175 years. The center of town has moved from Ward Street and South Main Street up until the present site. We've had 2 town halls. The population of the town has grown from 1,500 to 4,000. The spirit of North Brookfield has been exemplified in the number of homecomings that we've had. After the First World War in 1918, we had a huge homecoming to welcome the troops back. And of course, in the 1920s, George M. Cohan pushed the spirit of North Brookfield even more by claiming North Brookfield as his hometown. Even though he came from Providence, only spent the summers here, he claimed us and we claim him. Well, in the 1930s, we had the famous Connie Mack Day that people are still talking about, where Connie Mack brought his athletics professional baseball team into North Brookfield to play the Armatreads. Master of ceremonies at that time was George M. Cohan. George M. Cohan himself was so impressed that later on he brought a troupe of Broadway players into North Brookfield to play in North Brookfield's town hall. The people in North Brookfield have been speaking about that ever since, and I think the reason we had this weekend is because the people of that generation were talking about it so much that this generation wanted to do something. And the weekend was such a fantastic success that our generation now hopes that 25 years from now, the next generation will pick up the ball where we left off, and another celebration will ensue.
For some, the celebration began at the organ concert commemorating the 165th anniversary of the First Congregational Church, where organist Lucia Clementi Falco put the Hooker and Hastings Tracker organ, installed in 1874, through its paces. Thursday evening, the 23rd of July, the Haston Library hosted the opening of its updated historical museum. A homecoming reception hosted by Dr. and Mrs. Grace at Townhouse on Friday night, the 24th, brought people from near and far. Displays lined the room with memorabilia from the past few decades. A 50s high school jacket, an Elvis hanging, a prom gown, and old class pictures. But it was the spontaneous warmth of meeting old friends, people who came back to reminisce and to laugh and to cry at the memories. And it went on and on and on into the night with people reluctant to leave. The glow of Friday night had hardly worn off when friends and neighbors again gathered on Saturday, the 25th, to take part in and enjoy all of the activities.
race. And the final time should be approximately 50 minutes.
Get your help putting out the course and making sure everybody gets back safely. Everybody's accounted for. Thank you very much. All right, and in first place in the family division from North Brookfield, the Caille family, Gregory Caille, Jeffrey Caille, and Laura Caille. Now you're going to take all three? Is that because you worked harder than the other two? In first place, 1 hour and 13 seconds. Team number 13, Jason Gumman, Joseph Deloff, and Kevin Wallace. Of the Iron Woman, which actually sets a course record here in North Brookfield for the women, Caille McRae from East Brookfield, first place. 1 hour and 6 minutes and 49 seconds. And in first place with a time of 58 minutes and 54 seconds, under an hour, Chris Hinckley. A new record for our triathlon. All right, now we have...
Perhaps unseen, but always there, the purple and white clad committee members and 250 volunteers made all of the Saturday activities run without a hitch.
Howdy, partner. How'd you get a red, white, and blue leaf on your tree?
Sunday, the 26th of July, dawned a little cloudy and gray. But a sense of enthusiasm and excitement was in the town. Parade hosts were Paul X. Tivnan, Worcester County Commissioner, and Gene Caille, former selectman and history teacher at North Brookfield High.
But it can ring, and Luke loves to ring it, and he's going to ring it 175 times for a happy occasion, and that is the birthday of our town.
As a graduate of the North Brookfield High School class of 1979, it gives me great pleasure to present to you this afternoon a greeting from the President of the United States. To the citizens of North Brookfield, Massachusetts, I am pleased to send warm greetings for the 171st anniversary of North Brookfield. Each city and town of our great country is unique, but all are bound together in the love of these United States. We are fortunate to live in a nation of strong and proud communities where everyone has a chance for success and the blessings of liberty and freedom can be enjoyed by all, regardless of background. As you commemorate this anniversary, you have a splendid opportunity to renew your commitment to preserve the spirit which has forged America into a land of wonder. I am proud to join you in making such a commitment on this historical occasion for the people of North Brookfield. With hearty congratulations and best wishes for continued milestones, Ronald Reagan.
Resolutions upon the 175th anniversary of the incorporation of the town of North Brookfield. Whereas the town of North Brookfield had its beginning as the Quabog Plantation when it was established by the colonial government in 1660, and the 20 residents of the original settlement had been driven out by the local Indians. The town was resettled by many new families in 1668. And the Quabog Plantation was again abandoned in the face of continued opposition from the Indians, but was resettled in 1686 under the name of Brookfield. And the following decades saw steady growth in the community in terms of population, industry, and municipal services. And the town was actively involved in the War of Independence, sending 2 companies and 60 men each to Concord on April 19, 1776. And signing of the Defenses of Roxbury by Rufus Putnam. And the community enjoyed its first Independence Day observance on July 4th, 1784, with a celebration on the plain in what is now West Brookfield, which featured a meal of roast ox served to all. And the town of North Brookfield was officially incorporated by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts on February 28, 1812. And the residents of North Brookfield continued to answer the call of their country by sending their militia to the defense of Boston in 1814, and by providing 247 of their men for the service in the Union Army during the Civil War. And the town achieved a certain fame as the adopted home of actor-songwriter George M. Cohan, who spent his boyhood summers there and who paid tribute to the town on a number of occasions. And Cohan wrote a play about North Brookfield called 50 Miles from Springfield, and also brought national fame to the town in 1934 when the cast of his Broadway hit Our Wilderness staged a performance in the town hall. Also in 1934, national attention was focused on North Brookfield when baseball great Connie Mack, who was born and raised in neighboring East Brookfield, brought the Philadelphia Athletics to town for an exhibition game against the local semi-pro team, which was covered nationwide by the NBC radio network. The town government has responded to the demands of the 20th century by providing an impressive roster of municipal services which contribute to the low unemployment rate and high standard of living which the community now enjoys. And North Brookfield residents will be celebrating the town's long and colorful history through a 3-day 175th anniversary celebration on July 24th, 25th, and 26th. Therefore, be it resolved that the Massachusetts General Court joins with the citizens of North Brookfield in the celebration of the 175th anniversary of its incorporation, and extends to them sincere best wishes for continued success in their endeavors to remain a thriving and integral part of the Commonwealth. And be it further resolved that a copy of these resolutions be forwarded by the Clerk of the House of Representatives to the Board of Selectmen in North Brookfield. This document is signed by George Kavarian, Speaker of the House, Robert E. McQueen, Clerk of the House, William M. Bulger, President of the Senate, Edward B. O'Neill, Clerk of the Senate, and this resolution was offered to the town of North Brookfield by Henry R. Grenier from Spencer, Representative, and Robert D. Wetmore, Senator from Barry. Thank you very much.
Well, I just got the signal that the parade is indeed starting and will be shortly here.
Okay, Gene, and we should alert the fans here that the first station is strictly the fire truck. So you pick your best, and if your town's represented, just think who's buying the store back in your hometown.
Leading the parade, well, it's the North Brookfield Chief Cop. It's a refurbished police cop. It's former engineer Linwood Fulham, who was instrumental in purchasing this truck. Here is tradition, ladies and gentlemen. A big round of applause.
Is this another vehicle that can be helpful? Yes, it is.
These trucks, you'll notice North Brookfield's pride is exhibited in the fire. Of the fire. The firemen are never going to forgive me for not remembering all the dates of these trucks. But they're all well kept up. This Caille,
That's a Hummer oil truck?
that has been made into a muscle. And they're proud of it, and we're proud of it on their behalf.
Good work, fellas.
A beautiful truck. All the firemen love to get along with this one.
Address on the history of your town in the centennial.
This one is the Brookfield Emergency Squad. Nobody can. Another example of
it's the North Brookfield Fire Association. They're going to raffle out that nice prize. So if anybody wants to buy a ticket, chase it down the line.
Coming up, there are 15 bikes from Massachusetts and Connecticut chapter. They're all firemen who like motorcycles, and there are some beauties.
Worcester County has a civil organization called Fireman. Nice one. Let's get some of your hand. How about participating and give them a hand?
They've come a long way. It's the Braintree. I can say 1973 fire. It's a T-bone fire truck. There's some T-bones on a fire department in North Brookfield.
Governor DeCarter around the country as he wends his way to, in his hope that he would be president. They can make enough noise and in some cases win.
Here comes the town of Hardwick. Hardwick is very well known historically. Did you ever hear of the Battle of Old Britain? Anybody heard of the Battle of Old Britain? That's when the
Stockport.
other neighbor to the West Brookfield is a very picturesque town. West Brookfield has also a town with some spirit, also exhibited by fire trucks. Someday they ought to have a competition by West Brookfield and Barry.
Related to him, but he's not
Like Dickens.
That's right. He also has a great spirit politically.
Here is a fantastic town. The town of Warren. Warren, we'll talk about Warren later on in effect. They look good. And they've got spirit.
For the story of the split page of Worcester, they spell where, W-E-I-R.
Oh, it belongs to everybody. We have a leash law. This is what they call a portable system. Ware had their celebration last year. They had a great parade on there. We had a lot. Here comes another neighbor of ours that is celebrating their 225th anniversary this year. They're going to have their parade later on. The town of Oakland.
That's another small community that stands out in there. The Democrats are out on issues and they fight for their rights.
Oakland used to be small, Molly. You haven't been honest. They had the famous, very, very genial.
Compensated for the big man and their North 10th Street out there.
If they fight on it, don't forget it.
Here they come from Palmer.
Mama, look at how shiny this helmet is. This is scary. Only 20 miles away. Palmer's split up into a number of different districts. This is a Emerson front. Listen to that now. That's not flying up now. Who you guys think is a Dalmatian? Somebody ought to donate a Dalmatian. We ought to put that in the paper. An Oxford needs a Dalmatian. That'll go great right up there.
They're elected up in front. They go to look at the story in the history book.
Oxford's been reading ever since 1715.
That's right. It was always
It's the parade judging committee who are judging all the bands. History ribbon.
Which way Jim Ribbon? Is that a community themselves or is that part of it?
I had some very old dear friends from Barry.
They got 3 post offices in that town.
Very quick, I see some of these kids in the back of this Barry fire truck and I can recognize their faces because they look like their parents. I don't want to mention names, so I'll get in
I
trouble.
gotta tell you, I played golf for Mr. John Caruso's father up in Peachtree. The diamond up there many years ago. He was a trapper. He was a trapper too. That's right. Nobody else could look for him, but he finds it.
Yes, Barry. I'm going to release.
Hey,
Hey, you're right.
is there still a ball down there?
Supposed to be back at his line.
few Indians still in Brookfield, too.
They're still trying to get rid of Lincoln.
Keppel is another problem.
We'll give it to you.
He's cutting next town.
Gotta polish that.
We live on the lake. He's Brookfield coming.
That's right. And it's too bad if they can't restore it.
That airplane keeps flying over. He's dedicated. That's 10 turns from no airport with the Yankee division.
Granby, is that it?
That's way up in the hill country of Massachusetts.
Who's minding the score out there? I think Granby is a part of Senator Bob Wetmore's senatorial district.
I think
Which
you're right.
spills out into 2 other counties.
Wetmore's district goes halfway across the state. It's Milton. It's the head of the Blackstone Valley. It's the head of the Blackstone River. West of that river. Blackstone runs the down through all the valleys.
Annually at the various elections, they vote 50 and 70% of their votes get outside.
It is a great tradition. There's a household that comes from Brookfield. They sit down in the fire house and always get it up.
He went away for retirement. He stayed at an house, so got something to see. Unfortunately, whatever you want to say, your name wasn't mentioned on my stick. And I said, who's minding the town? I'm watching my house at 50 Highland Street.
I know that guy. How you doing? I didn't see you this summer.
Ryan Murphy, the fire chief, is an outstanding fire chief.
You can't mention the biggest union that they have in the town, the Danovich boys. Danovich! I went to school in Danovich a long time ago. You stole... Army Canadians in the back seat. I couldn't recognize that guy in the front. I was going to say you lost a lot of weight. It's his nephew driving. He's in the back seat. What's coming? There's a shop out there in the Massachusetts State Police. The finest state police in the country. They have a reputation all over the United States for their efficiency and their work. They look sharp. They work sharp. I bet we took the whole Commission granted. Come. One. Two. Upward. Pull. Absolutely astronomical.
Gee, that's one thing I Sheriff Worcester County with his deputy master, Billy Fritz, and Billy, your shoes aren't shine. How come?
This is the North Brookfield American Legion Color Guard and the North Brookfield VFW Color Guard together.
You're leading the North Brookfield American Legion and VFW march.
Yes, and these people are
I didn't get a fix either.
This is Pat, Post Commander.
Hey, nice going. How about a nice hand for those gentlemen? Something shine that together on, too. Either that or just come off the rack.
In it are the ladies and gentlemen, chaplain, past president, they're all in there. Also displaying the POW Missing in Action flag.
Nice going.
All of the way through, active through the community.
Here comes the 22, 21, 40, 1929. Henry Ford is with me.
The New England Nursing Home Apple Pie Bake-Off Champions. These are the ladies that we've all heard about. Who make the apple pie?
Bake-Off Nursing Home. Nice band. Now the Banner Girls. One of the North Brookfield band, Idaho band, is brought by the Grace family. My doctor, Mrs. Louise, Grace. Grace family.
And she's gathered leading me for ready. Oh, this is great. They put a lot of work into it under the direction of Anthony Square. And this is Kowalski coming down and he's doing perfect dress. We have graduates. Come back now. Wow. They sound fantastic. Great hands. We got hometown kids. All right. You're one fine, three hard-working people like you have right here. Considerate, compassionate, they work hard. But it's Paul, who is the chairman of Ellen Clark, the assistant chairman, and Frank Kuback.
Bill Dallas, you see on the advisory board of the county.
And here's our Senator Bob Wetmore. Bob Wetmore, if you want to see a politician who works hard, I know has integrity, here he is, Bob Wetmore. Those are the people who follow along to make sure everything goes okay. Monitoring, Greg Mountain is from Wyndham, Martin Holberg and Keith Lasoa, who are from Mickey, Minnesota. Imagine that. And Fred Powell, Karen Williams, and Jim Ford. Follow along to make sure everything goes right.
September 19th, the parade's going to be on the 20th. They're going to Connecticut, preceded by the sponsor, Caille. No, not that.
No, this is a transportation truck. Right here.
I love you at the Worcester.
1929 Mack truck. Wow, that's nice. You know, there's a guy here, it's all Mack trucks. That's what we're doing. Here's a new one. Modern construction. Brookfield Police Association. Oh,
That's in this business. And if you want to get a good man sound, bargain with him a little bit, he'll come down. Joe, congratulations.
Dennis Otto, he plays with race cars. Some people play with old cars. He plays with new cars. They're all expensive, and this is his race car.
That's nice, huh?
That's what he does.
We've been doing this, sponsoring of this group, dating back at least to my time, 20 years. They're a great company, North County, but
On their days off to help people. Thank you. And if you want to see Shop in action, get it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. They have everything.
nice going, fellas. You look great. I'm Tom Moore. Here they come. Tell us the rhythm. meant that the color guard was snooping.
There were at one time, I guess. Way back.
Told you maybe your man's jam. A Paul River.
And the music, right in time.
It looked like slaves in those days in the boat.
I wonder if they climb up to the outhouse. Untrue. Nice round of applause there. Paul River. Thank you. They look good. That was wonderful. That's right. They do a lot of work for the species and they have exhibited with the wild turkey in Massachusetts. They have success stories in bringing back the Massachusetts.
They handle the United States Congress.
They gotta have mothers running the military. We have no problem at all.
How about it, fellas? Wave your flag. Come on. Hello, boys. You look great.
This is church.
The nuns of old, not the nuns of today.
I'm going to tell a story. The two clergy members were told not to embarrass their mother by arguing when they go down through. So that's how you tell it.
Oh, the power method, and she's got to go and hit the fingers, I see. You're that old, I'm old.
We'd like to mention one other thing too. While this club goes by, we'd like to wish very best health to Walt Lee, who is in the hospital. He's taken in the hospital every night. He's very active in the KFC, and we'd like to remember him by wishing him back to health.
Good spot.
Well, they have. Get well. Nice people being real.
What's the association between Tom Coleman and Supplementary Beach?
Well, he's a dentist. This one. It's the next one. Old Henry Steamer. They tell me the oldest dentist in the state.
Young people out of there.
Oh, boy, look at that. It's amazing.
And here comes the banner for Lake Lashway, a famous lake. There are many great bodies of water, by the way, in North Brookfield that I have found out. An established makes of a great
was one of the first guys to drive one.
The Lake Lashway Association, Community Association, is very active.
In this state, Massachusetts.
They are made up of people from North and East Brookfield. They're active politically. They're active in protecting the lake. And the lake is a clean lake, and it's clean because the Lake Lashway Association has...
That's beautiful. Oh! Wow. I love that.
They do tricks too. Yeah. Look at all the folks.
Hey, how are you? On the way from Quincy Village.
And here's the Lake Lashway. Another boat. Oh boy. I thought they were getting rid of motorboats on the lake. It's just going to have sailboats. No, except for that one.
Oh, why we didn't put ours on?
They're all out here.
That's right. The big one. That must go fast. These look like just engines with saddles on them. More boats from the Lake Lashway Community Association.
By the way, going back to the St. Jody by St. Joseph
There's that Oldsmobile stuck on a lemon.
Go by, they want the award as the most colorful. But there's a possibility that we weren't really looking at it. Maybe we'll get a little later.
Oh, more from the lake. Bob Bunyan.
Hi.
We threatened the lake after Bob.
Is that right?
Yeah, when they got the mermaid in the front, I recognize that mermaid. Did I have you in class?
And Worcester for good 30 or the paper, but they were great supporters of athletics in the Worcester area.
What year is it? 1930. That's the med mixer.
Here comes
Sponsored by the Lake Rashaway Association and a howl of the Lawrence Jesus Band. Lawrence. Black and gold. They have a ribbon. The North Brookfield Congregational Float. It looks like that would be the Reverend Snell. Is that right? Reverend Snell was quite active in the history of North Brookfield. The North Brookfield Congregational Church has quite a history.
Is that really the Reverend?
That looks like the Reverend, but I know better.
His nickname isn't Bobo by any chance. Who put the tent up? Some amateur, I can tell.
This is very tight.
Not too good. Better get after that scoutmaster. Hi, on the beach down in Lake Leslie. Now here's the town of Brookfield float coming by. That's the selectmen's float. Why is it so small? Very meeting at show you have a tight budget?
Oh, that's selectman. How you doing? Thank you for coming. It was beautiful. Elsie, she sponsored up to North Brookfield and we know her. Launch construction, one of the largest construction companies. Also, I have to say that most of my wife's relatives from the County Garden. So, the Kansas City, the Royal Cadet, big hand for that.
They have beautiful uniforms too.
They're playing a beautiful song. Makes me feel it more than that.
We had the fire department and the banner sponsored by the Brookfield Archery, that famous archery.
Dig into it.
They count, the accountants, no, that's the military organization.
Military Independence Color Guard.
Yeah, they dress something like the National Guard.
Very good, gentlemen.
Wow.
27 Ford.
Who keeps it in such good condition? You?
Laundry is sponsored by that takes practice.
How about it? Let's hear it again.
You gotta be Irish.
Jamaicans are
They
here.
drag them out to the, pick the apples and put the apples and bring it back in. And they play with it on the side, I can tell.
And who's driving it? Here comes the Springfield Kilby Band. Let's hear it from the Kilby Band on the sixth floor. How about that?
School was established in agriculture, 1832. Very nice, very nice.
Brookfield.
That has history.
Okay.
George stood and talked to the Indians.
By the way, you know, back in
George Whitefield Rock, still there, up on Foster Hill, loaded with history. If you're a history buff, you go up there, you just walk around, and you just feel it. Very nice. And they have a hymn.
interesting, back in the 1700s, in your town, a man got the disease, and he went into a cave so that nobody else in your town could contract that particular.
Was being driven by Buddy Lane, former selectman from North Brookfield. Joe Russo, former selectman from North Brookfield, was marching in the... Let's say all 49 group up. This band is sponsored by Red Benjamin and they're from Montreal, Canada, ladies and gentlemen.
How about that?
Montreal, second largest French-speaking city in the world.
This one,
Boy,
Jim last night.
Plugged in for
and the steam engine. Still Valley, I guess it is.
And that steam engine. Oh, beautiful. So Joe McAvoy, former selectman in Brookfield, when he sees that, he'll be envious. What a nice boat. During the Revolutionary War, went off from North Brookfield to fight the Revolution. When he came back, was stolen away. Let's hear it. Our pioneer hero is out DFW work in Brookfield. And Elmer is driving one of the trucks. I can remember Elmer when he got out of the Marine Corps. Elmer weighed about 178 pounds of solid muscle when I knew him. Years ago when he got out of the Marine Corps. How much do you weigh now, Elmer?
Happy 175th birthday.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And here's his son. Who graduated from Brookfield High School. Another contingent, antique cars. The one in the front is Mr. Snelling and his antique Buick. Who's that with you? Oh, I recognize people driving, but I know whose car that is. Is that Joe Landeboy's car? This is Oscar Sanford, and Oscar is from Oakham. And those are his grandchildren with him, and he had no choice but to be in this parade with his car because his grandchildren are so grandchild, his wife.
Oscar, what year is that? 1940.
And that's in beautiful shape.
Wow, and look what's behind this antique car. The selectmen from the town of Spencer.
This antique car is Eddie Bellotti from Barry.
Eddie.
Eddie wants to sell that thing. I don't know why he wants to sell that thing, but he wants to.
John McNamara. John, he's the chairman. Dick Bennett's chairman, John McNamara, and the man that owns all the property in Spencer.
The Spencer Selectmen, the Spencer Board. Thank you for coming.
How come, John?
We felt safe with having the sheriff's cars and having you here. We knew that there was no problem.
And the Grafton Color Guard coming up.
Fred Craven, Dick Shabbat, Todd Batchelor, Lane Miner, Jenna Wiggum, and Bob Miner helping out on the sideline.
Banner of this thing was sponsored by Donald Hardy and Bob McCarthy.
Where do you see a cow coming, Frank?
Preceding me.
Happy the hell out of there.
Come on, Ray Jones. people afflicted with certain types of illness. And the rescue truck and a marching unit. How about it for your neighbors?
Rescue squad Spencer has had a long and active and proud tradition. They go back many years.
Sorry for nothing.
Civil defense, pardonnez-moi. The civil defense active group, good-looking group.
Here comes the civil defense.
Here comes the civil defense.
Yeah, and to reiterate what you said, living on a neighboring town of accident, only great things have been done, and many lives were saved. You know, that's been going on a long time, which is held on first night, the new year coming in. I don't know who's driving this, but yeah, right. Oh, my good friend, Nagel. Where's Woody? You're it, huh? People participate. And they work on this for 365 days. They have to raise an awful lot of money to handle that. And their budget for the upcoming year could be a couple $100,000.
Now here's an antique car, 1957 Chevrolet. That doesn't belong being an antique car. That is not old enough to be an antique car. Forgiving us for just taking those few minutes out of the talk, I think.
He's a tough guy, let me tell you.
No, racing ball, no Germany, smoking, running out.
This is coming up to sponsored by the Brookfield Funeral Home. I thought that the viewing stand was down at the Brookfield Funeral Home I went by. They had a massive staging area there.
Community of Jesus, lucky man from Cape Cod, all these Massachusetts. Another man with a lot of tradition and a lot fine organization that does a lot for young people.
They have a purple stripper behind them, and
They all have English hats on. All I know about horse riding. And the pooper scooper.
Town of Boston has purple scoopers. They give you a dog on the common.
I thought the pooper scoopers were located in City Hall.
What purple? What City Hall? Let's be sure we get the right.
They look good. And they're having fun. And they're smiling.
Well, for one who isn't a resident of North Brook.
And that's a lot of fun.
That guy right
Oh,
here.
there's the band people from the rodeo. Are you throwing out money for samples? No. They didn't want any kids to get on the carts. Oh, very nicely decorated.
Here's Greg Cody, by the way. One of the will you give this guy a good hand? Go into the background. Wait for the crowd.
What day is the service?
Take that one out.
What do you know about 3 decades? You say nothing to this because of the third.
Oh, the Soto, 1956.
Is he right? Is he right?
I had a good customer.
What year?
1959 Cadillac.
And here they come. Another cruiser.
Another one from the Sheriff's Department. Hey, big race coming up. Lovely.
It's been a pleasure for us, and I again want to wish you a happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Don't confuse this town with West Brookfield, East Brookfield, or even Brookfield. It's North Brookfield, and the town threw itself a grand parade to mark its 175th anniversary. Neil, are you having fun at the parade?
Yeah.
Do you think this is a good way to celebrate the town's birthday?
Yeah.
Wish your birthday party was like this?
Yeah.
In the 1830s, North Brookfield's economy depended on shoe manufacturing. A related industry, Quabog Rubber, which makes hiking shoe soles, thrives today.
It's a mill town personified. However, it has sophistication. High tech is gradually coming to North Brookfield, and we're real proud of our town.
This is a town where families have lived for generations, and they know the meaning of community.
I have 5 generations up in here, and this is where I come in the summer.
Yes, my family's been living in East Brookfield and North Brookfield. That's all I ever know.
We always had a farm down here, and we just stayed here all the time. That's all.
Good place to live?
It's a good place to live. I liked it.
So generations of homeowners and friends from neighboring towns line the streets to cheer on the fire trucks, police units, and bands, all marching in honor of this Quabog Valley town. Brookfield. Amy Landsman, Newscenter 22.
And the people of North Brookfield wrapped up their celebration late this afternoon with a fireman's muster.
Well, here we are. It's just hard to believe that it's come and gone this fast. It's just like Christmas. It just flew right by us. But I'll tell you something, Kathy. As hard as we all worked that weekend, I had a ball.
Oh, it was exciting. It all started Thursday night, my enthusiasm. At 10:30 Thursday night outside the library, a bunch of us were standing there, and we saw a boat coming through town. And what is this? And somebody said, I think it's a float. Hopped in our cars and followed it, and sure enough, it was a KSC float. So for me, it started on Thursday night and right up until the parade was over. And then again into Monday. I think Monday night the letdown started. And even now, looking at the town hall with half the bunting still up and the cake behind us, there's still a lot of excitement left in me.
I had a day to wait. For me, it was Friday. And I went up to the high school and followed the band down. And when I got up to the top of the hill and looked down here and saw all the concession stands, the town decorated to the hilts, big crowd around, and then the band came down the street and started strutting their stuff, I got real excited then on Friday night. And that was a tremendous boost to the whole weekend. It provided a great stimulus to the rest of the weekend.
I think this whole thing has brought the town together.
Yeah.
A lot of spirit in the town.
Of course, the keystone was the parade. And you did just a super job on that, you and a loyal crew. And that came off just swell, and our parade consultants just said the whole job was outstanding.
Right.
And
no hitches. There were no hitches at all to our festivities, not just the parade, but the whole weekend.
no, very smooth weekend. No problems. The state police were very complimentary about the behavior of the crowd. So we were very lucky with the weather. I thought it was going to rain Saturday night. Rained Friday night, and then the crowd all came back. And then Sunday, it sprinkled a little bit. I was afraid you were going to get rained out, and it cleared.
It wasn't going to rain on our parade.
The 175th as a whole was just represented a fantastic work on everybody's part. There were committee members and parade committee people who organized the whole thing, but really it was everybody involved that made the anniversary, I think, a great success. Right down to the participants, their excellent behavior. It's just fantastic. Enough superlatives can't be said. I just think it was great.
One thing that we ought to be grateful for, Bob, is the outstanding committee that we had on this festivities, don't you think?
It was just unbelievable, the cooperation, the dedication and enthusiasm of these people.
In the beginning, I think it was a little tight, a little edgy, not sure what we were going to do. But then when we knew exactly what was planned, everybody worked together. There wasn't a person on that committee that didn't put in 100%.
Now, it took a couple meetings for us to learn how to work with one another. But what a super group. There was just no squabbling. People came into the committee meetings and hung their egos on the door. Everyone pulled the boat in the same direction. And for me, personally, it was just a wonderful experience to have all these people get together and work so well together.
I've never worked with a group that I enjoyed as much as these people.
Same for me. This is a lot of the team that I've worked with for the past 15 months. And I think the key is teamwork. And personally, I don't have the right words to express my appreciation to all of these people for their friendship, for their dedication, for the support they've given the town and the committee. And I think they've done a wonderful job, and they've formed an excellent team. Third thing, we all decided not to get into trophy giving because there was almost no end to it. We got involved with two. And just for the record, our parade committee donated a trophy called the Harbig Tomasian Trophy in honor of Harvey's retirement year. That was awarded to the winner of the best entry of all North Brookfield floats in the parade. And Harvey did a super job for us. The one other I have is for one special member, and it says for the North Brookfield 175th Anniversary Parade. In appreciation of your dedicated service, dated July the 26th, 1987, I'd like Luke Grondin to come up and accept this trophy.
The comment heard everywhere throughout the town was, "We'll do it again." The 200th is not that far away.